So what is going on, guys, and welcome to the midway point review of the 2045 season. I think I said 44 in the last video, now I think about it. I'm recording this straight after the preview because I didn't get to the point. People know I've got a family. Sometimes when I'm at the record point, I can't physically record living in a small apartment. So I'm recording this midway point straight after I've just recorded the video previewing the season. I don't think you really care. If you are new here, welcome to the channel. I do ramble a lot. So, midway point of the 2045 season. Hopefully you're going to enjoy this video. Another quick, snappy one, 10-15 minutes long. 4 of them this week, going from 1 or 2 videos a season to 4. I'm hoping you guys enjoy it. I'm hoping I can recap more. And I'm hoping it's just a good video. But we're going to start with some news. Now, one of our players, if I can find how to show it. Why is he not showing up on this list here? Last time, there, look, it's here. That should say AB. You see, it's just a blank. I'm getting sidetracked again. One of our players, Rotterud, has managed to come in the top 50 wonder kids in world football, which is nice because he's been fairly crap for us. So hopefully that little boost will make him do better. By the way, financially going into the summer window, we have 125 million in the bank, 60 million left to spend, and about 800k in wage budget. So we are in a decent position to start splashing the cash. So after the start of season preview, we did loan out a few players to our feeder clubs. So let's go through all of that, shall we? Firstly, oh, by the way, someone commented a joke on last week's video, I think it was, that the jump reach of bigger Nazezi was only 4, and how bad would the jump reach of little Nazezi be? And honestly, I love that kind of human. I love the fact that someone commented that, so thank you for that. He's called bigger, he can't jump. Love it. He's going to loan the cap in Finland. Kabongo, one of our youngsters, has gone on loan as well there, 18 years old now. I've sent Abdi there. He is from Finland, so he should settle in well and do good for them. They have just been promoted to the top flight as well after the first season last year of us sending them players. They did win promotion. Going off to Halmstad, we've sent Florientin. I can't remember how we were going to pronounce his name, but he's gone on loan. Also, our young striker Martin Jonsson has gone on loan as well to try to get some football. He has played 4 games for them, only scoring 1 goal. Not the best start. Craig Ebanks has gone on loan to Kappa as well after a couple of years in our league, so it's going to dampen the chance of him being able to play for the national team. Getty has gone on loan to Braga, so hopefully he can get some goals there. 19 years old now. Diego Leva has gone to Sweden to Halmstad. Again, just hoping he can develop, get some football and do well. And then Pettersson as well has gone on loan to them. He didn't have the best start. So let me go to the game and we can talk about Pettersson because that's the transfers done. So Skala 0, AB 3. Pettersson made his debut for the club. I thought, you know what? Mentally, this guy is insanely good. Mentally, he is fantastic. I want to give him a chance because technically he's not the best, but I just think he could develop. I really do. On his debut, he got a red card. Just on his debut, at least try to settle in and have a good game. And to be honest with you, it was a second yellow. It could have easily have been a straight red card. Could have easily have been a straight red card. So looking through how the start of this season has gone then. The first month, we got a 3-0 victory over AB before second game of the season coming up against KI. Top 2 battling out so early in the season. We got a 7-2 victory. They had a red card and so did we. Which I'm not happy with the amount of red cards we were picking up. Let's put it that way. But Peluso, coming off the bench, managed to get a hat-trick. 69th, 80th, 86th minute. Insane. But 2 goals conceded was a bit upsetting. But we did end the month with clean sheets, beating TB 1-0, Scala 3-0 with our red card Pedersen, then beating KI again in the Super Cup, getting a 3-0 victory to regain our Super Cup title. Really pleased with our Little Scar and Mishan on the score sheet there. We then went away to Vikingur. We did have some fitness issues on a few people. A 1-1 draw with the 84th minute equaliser, which I was starting to panic because we are closing in on 100 league games unbeaten. So I did panic there, but we managed to get the equaliser. 3-1 victory over Vester. 3-0 over NSI. B36 3-0. NSI 4 in the second round of the Cup. We got 2-0 victory. Heavily rotated the side. Before a 3-0 victory over EB. Then ending the month with a 4-0 victory over KI. Then we've just done May with a 2-0 victory over Vikingur. 6-0 over TB. 2-0 over HB. 2-0 over Vester. 3-1 over Scala. And then we've just played Vester again in the Cup and got a 3-0 victory to end the month unbeaten. And that sees us go into the summer break. 114, drew 1, 43 points. We are 13 points clear of second place KI. B36 up in third place it's a high spot for them. I don't see them finishing that high. They've not been that good in previous seasons. And then Vikingur in fourth, in fifth EB. Bottom two are TB and Scala. Now in the second tier so far, you can see it's another good season. 12 wins, 1 draw in 13 games for the B team. They are, 8 points clear of second place. Honker bottom and Scala's B team is second bottom, which if Scala end up getting relegated, they will go down anyway. So at the minute, Suravoy and B71 are in the promotion spots because us, KI, Vikingur's B team, EB's B team don't feature when it comes to that. Now a quick look at the third tier. Doing these 4 videos means we can drop that deeper, and this is why, especially going into future series, I want to be able to do this kind of stuff. B68 are in 8th place in the third tier. I mean, it's just mad. They've won 3 top flight titles before. If you go to the competition, 84 and 85 and then 92, they won the titles. So to think they have a chance of getting relegated to the 4th tier. And I'm not going to lie, if we do leave AB, that's the type of club I would like to go to. Part of me thinks go to a KI and build them up to as good as AB quickly. Part of me thinks drop down and take someone else back, or someone else up. So in there you've got only B teams except for NSI 4, who are not a B team, and B68, and then you drop to the 4th tier, Division 3, and it's NSI 5. They're not a B team as well. I know it's the name, it's confusing. IF are actually down in the 4th tier now. If we go to the general side of things, look at this. They were a top flight side in 2033. And they've just gone down and down. They're in the 4th tier now. Ryan are down in the 4th tier as well. That's just mad. Like, sometimes you don't even glance at that. Like, I've not glanced down at this division for quite a while. And now we're down there looking at it. It's just an absolute shock. An absolute shock. But if we go back to our top flight, then we can just look at a few of the team and player overall, etc. So in terms of the team side, top goal scorer, 13 goals in 14 appearances, Little Scara. Not hitting the form that he's done in previous years, I will tell you that. Normally by the mid-season break, he's well above everybody, well above. Second top goal scorer is Stefansson, who has just been an ever-present, 34 now. If you look at, since he's been a KI for 12 years. He's always getting double figures. He's a good player for them. Edgar, Bakkegaard, Vang, Jonsson. We have nobody else in the top when it comes to goals. In terms of assists, though, we do have the top 2. Midskogen with 10 and 14. Obviously, he's just been an absolute gem for us. 29 now. Mishan also 29 with 7. Then you also have Rotterud there with 4, aged 18, the youngest player in this list. It probably wouldn't shock you to see them 3 are also in the top key passers. Midskogen top now, 69 key passes. And then you have Mishan with 40, and then 30 for Rotterud. In terms of most dribbles made, this did actually shock me. Our left back, Kielstrup, is actually top there with 49 most dribbles made. It's developing nicely, looking really solid. I do think we have found our long-term new left back here. The reason he has been playing is that Henry Hansen, he did pick up quite a long-term injury. He picked it up on the 8th of April, and he's still got another 2 to 5 weeks out. But Henry Hansen's just been ever present, hasn't he? 110k. We did end up selling him on to Augsburg, but then brought him back, and he's been with us again for the longest full stint at the club. We have had some big injuries this season. Henry Hansen being out. Our young potential wonder kid future. He's not a wonder kid, but he's a player I did have a lot of hope for. Has not played a single game this season due to the injuries. Is only still 16, so hopefully he does bounce back from them injuries. But you never know. He might never recover from them injuries. You don't know what's going to happen. So I wouldn't say we've had a bad start to the season. We've had a lot of clean sheets. If we go on to the league table and go on to the stages side of it, you can see we've conceded 5 goals in 15. Last season we conceded 11. The season before that we only conceded 4, 6 before that, and then 12. So we can get better. We can get better. I 100% think we can get better. I 100% think the tactic we're playing at the minute isn't perfect. And I'm still unsure exactly what tweaks I need to make to it. We have made some since the last episode. So we are hitting early crosses now. So that is an adjustment. And we are now doing the counter press again, which we had removed. But also, I have selected to stop crosses and trap outside. Just to press wide, because any goals we do concede always come from the flanks. Always come from the flanks, so we are trying to shore that up and just get out to them. We are playing wing backs on attack a bit because we just weren't creating anything when they were on full backs on support. We have pieced together, I think it's going to be this one, the more defensive setup for this, maybe in away European games where we are looking to just get a team on the counter. Cautious mentality. We are still overlapping and stuff, so we are still trying to get forward. But we're just starting in that little bit more defensive setup, and I do think this could be a useful second tactic to have, especially coming into these Champions League games. Another option would be to drop these two both into the central midfield, but I'm not sure on that. I do have some big signings we are going to be revealing in the next video, in the end of the transfer window video, which I think could take us to the next level, which does include one big name coming back to the club. He's coming back to the club, and the issue is he's naturally a central midfielder. So good job, mate. We need to find a way to slot him in to this new setup. Maybe in this defensive midfield on support, and then he could move on to the right back where the media predicted he will play this season. He can play right back. I think if we go wing back on support. So if we click wing back on support and you look at his attributes, he definitely could do the job. He could be a very good wing back on support. He's also a very good central midfielder, defensive midfielder. He's just a good player, okay? He's just a good player. But our team's looking good. I'm very pleased with a few of the players we've got. I'm very pleased with some signings we've got coming in. I think second half of the season we could be a very powerful side. I'm interested to see how that's going to go. Now, moving on to the national team, I made some tactical changes as well. I brought in the exact same 2 tactics to try to make ourselves a bit more solid. One of the only differences is we're not doing that. We are doing this with a centre midfield on support, because that fits in with the players we had in our squad. So we have Patrick Christensen, who's one of our players, who is more of a central midfielder. So he plays there. And then we have this Gregerson, who's in Denmark, who is a very good defensive mid alongside Lervang. And yeah, if we're going to the competition side of things, it's started well. A 1-1 away to Slovenia, with Patrick Christensen on the score sheet, his first goal for the national team. Then he scored again in the next game, where William Terzi made his debut. Oh, sorry, second appearance for us on the left wing. Now, you will remember him. He was at us at AB in 2033. He came in, left us 2037. Very good player. Not a world beater, that's why I ended up leaving us, but got a goal. Started making his debut now. Played 2 games, 1 goal. We have got 4 points in the first 2 games of World Cup qualifying and currently sit top of the group. Next up is against Denmark. So if we're not going to finish top of the group, let's don't live in a deluded world. But we're starting to piece together a team which can do something. We've adjusted the tactics. We've tried to build something which fits this team. And it's looking better. And when you go into the squad side of things, goalkeeps 34, Morten Knudsen, but then 20, 22, 30, 29, 25, 23, 26, 26, 30, 18. Then a lot of youngsters on the bench as well. I'm optimistic. Them 2 games put us up to ranked 139th. So we're in a decent ranking position as well. Honestly, I think it could be a good season. We're not going to finish in the top 2, I don't think. But if we can finish 4th in this group that we're looking at here, which is a solid group, and pick up a couple of more results, I think we should be delighted with how it's gone. But that is it for the start of the season recap. The next episode will be at the end of the August window, where we'll look at Champions League qualifying and look at the transfers we made over the summer as we look to build the first team and the B team and the under-18s. We look to continue to build the whole club. Thank you for watching. I've been Paul, and I'll see you next time.